Hello everyone. In this short video, I'm going to introduce you to the 3D world window in VRMath2 editor. So the focus is this 3D world window. To begin with, I'm going to show you some navigation mode in this 3D space. In order to examine well the object that you created, we have to be able to navigate well. So the first navigation mode you can see here is the examine mode. So examine the space by clicking and dragging around so you can see the turtle. I may just click on this show toggle grid to get a better view, sense of a 3D world. This 3D space is virtually endless. To change the examine mode, to continue with the examine mode, basically there's a rotating center here for this examine mode. You can hold down the control key then you click and drag. Then this is a pan mode. You can pan to different levels or left and right, up and down. If you hold down Alt key and drag near and far, that is zoom mode. Or sometimes if you scroll on the mouse, it may have this zoom as well. So this is examine mode. You can use examine mode with Control or Alt key. You can also click to change to different mode. The next mode I want to introduce is to walk in space. Right now, before testing this, I like to click this Restore Viewpoint to return to the original viewpoint. The original viewpoint is basically set to about 1.6 meter tall, and it's probably some meters behind. I think it's 5 meters behind the turtle, and the turtle is starting at the coordinate 0, 0, 0 in the 3D virtual space. So when I change to this, I can now click and it will start walk in the space. I can drag to see different locations. The walk mode has a gravity effect applied if there is a ground. If below you there's a face, as any face or object is ground, and so you will just fall onto the object or surface. But because we don't have one at the moment, so the walk mode is effectively as the next mode is fly mode. Now if you have normal left click, it's walking forward. If you have mouse right click, then you can have walking backward. Now I have a bump. I think that is because of this grid. I'm bumping on these lines, so when I walk, I'm just bumping up and down. Now I can change to the next mode, and that is fly mode. I think the fly mode, because it won't have gravity, so you won't actually bump into anything. And of course you can fly higher or you can fly lower. And same thing, if you click on mouse right click, you can fly backward, and that's the fly mode. There's another mode, the next one next to is the following, and I like to begin with this following the turtle in the space mode. So if you change to this navigation mode, you actually, no matter how you click and drag, you can't actually do anything. Can't change that because it's the camera or your viewpoint is set to follow the turtle, and if the turtle does not move, your viewpoint will not move. So in this case, you will have to say turn 90 degree or make a turn or movement for the turtle, and then you will follow. So if you turn 90 degree, the turtle will turn 90 degree, and you will always follow the turtle. Just look from behind the turtle. You can also move forward. You can also, of course, look up. In this example, I think it's better if I say change the background to this sky and land, so that will make better sense. All right, so you can now change, follow the turtle to left and right. You can also have this tilt navigation. And that is the following mode. You can have change to the last one, that is the seeing from turtle's eye mode. This one will change your viewpoint to exactly where the turtle's location, and therefore the turtle will disappear and you can't see the turtle. But this is very useful if you really move the turtle to a particular location, and say now I'm moving up to y coordinate 1, and you can look exactly from the view, the coordinate, and to see what you can see from that location. So that is looking from the turtle's eye, and that is just following the turtle. Now I'm going to change back to the examine mode. At the moment the turtle is somewhere else. I can click home, bring the turtle back to home location, and I can click reset original viewpoint. I like to switch off the grid now because the next one is going to show everything in space. So if there is a grid and I show everything in space, that includes the grid will show everything. If I turn off the grid and show everything in the space, then the turtle will be brought to the front, to near, and you can have a better look of the turtle. Right, so that is the show everything, and then there's upright view. Whenever that, if you say tilted somewhere and you click on the upright view, you will be parallel to the ground, but it may not be up or down depending on where you are. So let's try it again. If you have this view, and then it actually upright to the ground, it's lower this time. The turtle is lower this time. Right, so that is just an upright view. Now in this examine mode, if I rotate, it looks like the turtle is in the center, and that feels right. But if you say move the turtle forward, and now you rotate, you see the rotation point is still at the 0, 0, 0 point, and you feel that the turtle is actually rotating around the 0 points, and that doesn't feel quite right. Now the next one, called set turtle's location, as the rotation center for the examine mode. If you click on this, will become the rotation center. At the moment, if you rotate, yeah, it feels right. The turtle is right at the rotation center. Right, so that is the rotation center. Of course, I can go back to home and set again, return to the viewpoint. I can bring everything to the view, and that is how I examine the turtle. Now the next one is the headlight. So as a navigator yourself, you're seeing this. You actually are wearing a headlight on your head. So if you toggle off, you see you can't really see anything. Everything is black. The headlight will not apply on the background though. It only apply on the 3D object. And with the headlight turned off, you can actually have insert some lighting effects. For example, you can insert a directional light, so you can see some portion of the turtle is already illuminated by this light. I can turn off that, close, and turn on the headlight. So that's the last few icons. Now, of course, you can have start a new world. When you click OK, everything will set to the return to the original thing, including the background. Everything just start from the beginning. and then you can open up a file. Now open up a file will of course destroy everything you didn't save, so you probably need to save before you open up. I haven't created anything, so I'm okay to open. Now because I didn't log in, so I'm using a guest account. I don't show this information again. I can, for example, I can open some example file. It's a VRM file. I can click into the VRM folder and just try to get an example file. So when I open, I can see the file object here. That's basically this table. I can use Control key to pan the table to the center here. So you can see the file objects, probably just a tabletop and the 4 cylinder, the table legs. I can click onto and continue editing. If you open up a file, I can select this tabletop, it's object 1, and I can certainly apply the texture. If I like, I can go to the for example, the wood timber, and I can just apply a texture on it. And so that is a more realistic table now. Now, since I have changed something, I can probably save as a different file, so I can actually save it as a different file. I actually have already saved one as table 1, but you can probably save another one called table 2. And you can click on save. You'll see file saved information pop up, and you can see that the title has already changed here too. So that's save and open and save. You can then publish this world. Now save and open so you can continue editing, but publish is a different thing. When you publish, you are actually saving the file as an X3D file. X3D is a standard Web 3D file, a standard 3D format on the web. And there are also 2 types. You can, if you include these things, and then it's better for the blogging. If you don't include this viewpoint background, then it's good for you to insert as a world to another world. So we should have more detailed explanations in the different videos. So basically, if you want to keep the viewpoint when you export, you can toggle on this, right? And then you can say publish, brought up with the same saving dialog, but by default it saves to an X3D folder, and you can give a name here, and so you can save. And I will click on cancel here, right? And of course you can capture image. If you like this view of the table, then you can click and you can just take a picture, a snapshot. If you are happy with this view, you can just click on the save, and it takes you to the image folder where you can type in a name, and so that's previously I saved, and you can preview there, and you can save to a different name if you like, and click on save. Before that, I can introduce a couple of icons, and I think by the name of it you know what that means. All right, so feel free to try them yourself. So if I save, it also prompt me file saved, and I believe that if you try to save it again, you can see there are actually 2 files, and that is the one that I just saved, and that's the previous one, right? And you can select any one and you can download, or you can simply upload a file if you like, upload to the folder here. Right, I think that's all for this 3D window view, and I hope that you learned something about this.